Hello, today's video topic is Michigan Public Act 241 of 2011, commonly called the Matt Epling Safe School Law. In this video, I will discuss the history of the Matt Epling Safe School Law, contemporary legal cases, and the law's relevance to schools and school leaders. Imagine your middle school honor student has completed 8th grade and his classmates have voted him as best smile, best personality, and most likely to be an actor, only to be planning his funeral 40 days later. This hypothetical scenario is the haunting reality of Matt Epling's parents, whose son ended his life at 14 years old after a brutal assault by a high school upperclassman. Matt's parents attribute his cause of death to bullycide, which is defined as an intentional act of suicide as a direct result of bullying. After being dissatisfied with the consequences Matt's attackers received and the manner in which his case was handled, Matt's parents sought the establishment of anti-bullying policy here in the state of Michigan. In 2011, Michigan became the 48th state to enact an anti-bullying law for its public schools. Michigan was one of the last states to adopt an anti-bullying law because many of its lawmakers argued that the state's students had protection under federal laws like the First Amendment, which protects free speech, and Title VI, which focuses on race and national origin, while Title IX focuses on sex or sexual identity. Students cannot be caused discrimination or harassment under these laws. Furthermore, special education students have additional protections under the Individual with Disabilities Education Act, which legislates their right to a free, appropriate public education. Tinker v. Des Moines Independent School District was one of the first seminal cases dealing with free speech and public school students. In Davis versus Monroe County Board of Education, student LaShonda Davis was subjected to repeated sexual harassment from another student named GF. Even though she and her mother complained, along with other 5th grade students who were also adversely affected by GF's inappropriate behavior, nothing was done. LaShonda's mother contended that the school did not do enough to protect her daughter from GF, and the court ruled that the district's failure to sufficiently punish GF and provide a safe learning environment for LaShonda made them liable due to deliberate indifference. In Kowalski versus Berkeley County Schools, a female high school student created a MySpace group on her home computer where she and other students sought to ruin the reputation of another female student by saying she was promiscuous and had an STI. The school issued punishment in the forms of removal from the cheerleading squad, suspension from school, and stripping Kowalski of her crown as Queen of Charm. Kowalski protested that her speech was protected, but the Court of Appeals found in favor of the district because her hate speech caused harm to a student. In TK versus New York City Department of Education, TK sued on behalf of their daughter, who was a special education student who suffered severe bullying and harassment because of her disability. After repeated failed demands for change in the school environment, TK enrolled her student in a private school. She petitioned the district for a reimbursement of tuition. The U.S. Court of Appeals ruled in her favor, stating that the district had failed to provide a free, appropriate public education. Based on recent statistics, bullying in some form exists in all schools. The Epling Safe School law requires schools to create anti-bullying policies to combat this inevitable occurrence. School leaders should be aware of the law as well as local board policy that implements the requirements of the law. Some provisions are involvement of all stakeholders in policy development, mandatory staff training and standardized reporting, protection for victims and disciplinary measures for bullies, and a public display and periodic review of anti-bullying policies. Bullying has a major impact on students, including affecting their mental health through depression and anxiety, causing increased absenteeism and lower academic performance, which often leads to higher dropout rates. The Matt Epling Safe School Law aims to create safer school environments. Having ongoing vigilance and adherence to legal standards are essential for protecting students from bullying and cyberbullying. Ensuring a safe, harassment-free education for all students, because one life lost to bullying is one too many. It's imperative for school leaders to enforce these laws diligently.